So our code is working here so that our square will jump up when the space key is pressed, but at the moment it doesn't come back down again. So we want it to use gravity basically to come back down again. And to do that, I'm going to make another variable. Let's call it floor y, because it's going to be where on the y-axis we want the floor to be, so where that the ground level is. Let's set that to 300. So that's going to be kind of our ground level, as it were. And what I want to do when the background, after the background has been drawn, I want to draw a line across it so we can see where it is and we can see what that's going to look like. And to do that, we can draw a line using the line function, and there's 4 things that we need to pass into it. The x and y coordinates of where it starts and the x and y coordinates of where it's going to end. So the x coordinate to begin with is going to be 0 because it's right on the left hand side here. And then the y coordinate, where it is up and down, that's going to be the same as this floor y up here. And then the x coordinate for where it's going to end is going to be the canvas width. So that's why you can see, hopefully, that it's really useful to use variables so that you don't have to constantly type it if things change, etc. And then the line again is going to be floor y. So let's just run that. Okay, great. So you can see now we've got our line running across. That's the floor where we kind of want it to be. So let me add that code, that comment in here. So it's going to be a line at ground level, and then we want to check that we basically want the square to fall down towards that floor y level, but only if the y axis of this is greater than, is less than the floor y here. So I'm going to put another, let me just, so I'm going to check here if the square is at the ground level or not. Let me just do this so we can see it a little bit clearer. So we want to say something like this. If the y variable on our square plus the square height. Actually, I've got the square width. Let me just add in the square height as well, because that's something that we might want to change that as we go along. There might be something in our code that, got an error there. What mistake? Oh, I think it's because I left this empty. Let me just run that. Yes, okay, good, that still works. So we want to say if the y plus the height of the square is less than the floor y, then we want to, we're going to increase the y value by 1, and hopefully this is going to be our gravity now. So let's check. Okay, great. So you can see that's falling. We can make it a little bit quicker if we wanted to. If we wanted to make it fall, fall a bit quicker, or even a bit slower, we could make it fall like that. Let's just leave it at 1 for now. So that's kind of our gravity that we've coded in. So then the next step is going to be to think about, so as it goes up, you can see it comes back down again. So we've got this kind of jump, this natural jump that we can see the square doing in our code. I'm just already spotting a couple of things that I think we want to improve. So for example, if I press and hold the space key, then it's going to do a massive jump. But obviously in a game like this, we don't want the player just to be able to do, maybe if it was like a Flappy Birds type game, that would be kind of, that would be good. But actually we probably just want to have it jump up and then once and then come straight back down. Okay, so the logic we want to add in is when we want to check if we want to check not only is the space key pressed, but we want to also check that the y value for the square, if it's it can only be pressed if it's equal to, if it's on the floor level, basically. So we're going to add another 2 ampersands here, because there's 3 conditions that need to be true in this selection statement. I'm actually going to put it on a new line here, just to actually no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it there for now. You can put them over multiple lines. So what I want to check is what if y plus the square of h. Remember, this is the same logic as we were doing here before. If it also needs to be equal to floor y. Okay, let's try running that and see what happens. Okay, good. So that still works. So I'm going to press the space. Okay, you see it does like a little jump up there. And if I press it, do you know what? Let me change this. Let's make this 50. That might make it a little bit. Oh, I didn't mean to make that 50. That's just to be one. The jump should be 50. Okay, so let's check. So when I do that jump, it jumps up. But when it's not on the floor, as it were, then I can't. It can't jump. I can't do a double jump. So that's where we just need to add this extra condition in here, where we're checking if the square's y value plus the height, because obviously the y value is going to take it from this top left corner here, so we need to add on the height. If that's equal to whatever the floor y value is, then if that condition is also true, then only then can we jump.